Hey guys, it's Kat and welcome back to my channel. Um, yeah, I'm trying to just all the angles and the shit that I don't understand still. But yeah, welcome back to my channel. I'm Kat. I don't know what's happening here. You know, this used to be like in the middle of my head, and now somehow it ended up on the side. But so today we are going to talk about, well, my thyroid shit again and just everything else with that. Um, I didn't feel like sitting up, so I'm laying down. And it's I guess this is the third update on this stuff. That's really crappy. But yeah, welcome to thyroid drama update number 3. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. There's not much of an update. It's just like I find that when I talk about it and I talk about what's going on and shit, it makes me feel less stressed um, than when I don't talk about it. So here we are. So basically, the update at the moment is that so I don't know if I mentioned in the last video that I made about it, but I applied for Medicaid because I don't have insurance. And even if I did get insurance, it's not open enrollment period yet for insurance, so that's wonderful. Our system is really great. Our healthcare system here in the U.S. Utah shit is real good. Let me tell you. But I applied for Medicaid on the 19th, and I didn't get my letter back from until the 25th, which was like torture for me because waiting for me is like one of the worst things in the world. I literally sent the Medicaid, I faxed it over, and that day I was like, okay, so what's the answer? Which it doesn't work like that. But so I sent it, I faxed it on the 19th, and I got the answer on the 25th, and I was denied. Which a lot of people are really shocked about because Medicaid is supposed to help people who don't make that much money, but according to them, I make more than, like, I make too much or something. But also, as I said, it's not open enrollment period. So open enrollment, I think, is normally November and December, and I can't wait that long. So I was denied for that. But I guess it kind of, in a way, works in my favor because I applied for financial aid at the hospital that hopefully my surgery will be at. And so I think that it'll be more in my favor that Medicaid denied me for them to want to help me. And I'm really hoping that I do because I know that this surgery is going to be more expensive. And the anesthesiologist alone is going to be really, really fucking expensive, let alone everything else that's going to go into it. And it'd be so cool if I could just get even just a little bit of help. They wouldn't even have to pay for everything. It'd just be great if I could just have some help, um, because it's so stressful. I can't even express how I haven't been sleeping well. I haven't been eating well. I haven't been doing really anything well, and I'm just so stressed all the time about this because it's like it's just ridiculous. And I've mentioned before that I wish that I didn't say anything, but I also know that if I didn't say anything, it probably would have gotten worse and all that stuff. But it's like, it's frustrating because it's making me break out. I have a little friend right here, which I don't break out. I don't get pimples that often because I'm very on top of my skincare routine. It never happens, but the only time it happens is when I'm really stressed or my hormones are out of whack. And it's irritating me because I don't break out, and it just frustrates me. And I know that's a really small thing to be frustrated about, but it's just how our health system, how our medical system, whatever it is, works is it's just very crappy. We shouldn't have to struggle for healthcare or to keep ourselves healthy as much as we do. And what's also stupid about fucking tax returns is that if you don't have insurance, you get fined. But 10 times out of 1, the reason you don't have insurance is because you can't pay for it because it's expensive as hell. So it's like, I'm going to fine you for something that you didn't have enough money for. And it's like, you don't even have enough money to pay for the fine, let alone insurance. It's the stupidest thing ever. And I heard that the law is going to be changed, I think, in 2019, which is way too far away. But I think that is just one of the stupidest things ever. Is people not having enough money to have insurance, so they get fined because they don't have insurance. It's ridiculous. And I am just, the amount of frustrated and I am is just and very intense. And I really, really hope that when I hear back, they'll tell me that they'll help me and I'll get that financial aid because I really need it. I really do. Like, there's just so much going on, and I really need the help. So even the littlest bit would help. So I'm trying to send out all the positive energy that I have out into the world. So that'll happen. But that's what's currently happening with my thyroid surgery and all that drama that is going on. And there's been also a lot of other drama going on in my life that just makes it all so much better. And drama with family, drama at work, and just all this drama that I just wish never, it'd be nice if it like happened like drama and then kind of like a smooth period and then drama and then another smooth period. But no, it always happens one on top of the other, on top of the other, on top of the other. And it's like the world is trying to test me to see if I can handle it or not. Also, I'm not wearing pants, and I'm really hoping that you can't tell. But yeah, and I feel like if I try to move to see if you can tell if I'm not wearing pants, it doesn't really matter. But anyway, but it's just, there's always drama, and I don't realize how stressed or depressed or anxious I am until I hit my breaking point, and until it gets to the point where I can't handle it anymore. And it's like my depression has been really rough on me lately, and it's been really hard on me, and it's been making me like paranoid and seeing things that aren't really there, and it's been making me believe my like crazy fictions. Like, I have this tendency of getting in my head and creating this fiction that isn't real, and I start to think about it so much that it becomes like reality in my head. Like, I start to believe it, and it makes me depressed and anxious, and it's just like I'm already a naturally anxious, exposed nerve, angry person anyway. So it's just like everything that's happening at the same time. Like, I usually have very good control over my anxiety and my anger and everything, but lately it's been really hard for me to just relax. And I don't know if I need to like smoke something, or if I need to drink something, or if I just need to sleep for a week. Or it's just like, I'm just really excited for when it's all over with and the surgery's done and over with, and just and I'll just be over with. And I'm also excited because after the surgery, I'm planning on moving in with my boyfriend, hopefully by May, if not July at the latest. Hopefully, that's the current plan. I'm actually going to go to this apartment building that I'm interested in because my one of my friends that I work with, two of my friends that I work with live in this apartment building, and I want to live in this apartment building. So tomorrow I'm going to go and see if I can get on the waiting list, or if I can even get a tour of an apartment, and just kind of like try to get the fucking ball rolling. Because sometimes like I have this thing where it's like with the Medicaid thing, I was very upset. I was angry and I was sad because I was hoping that I would get a yes, and then we could schedule the surgery and then we can get it over with. But another part of me knew that it probably wouldn't happen. And usually I'm so good at preparing for the worst before I expect the best. But for some reason this time it wasn't. And I was upset, and I did cry. And I had to sit with myself and talk to myself, and basically, talk to myself about how, like, yeah, this is a snag, but that doesn't mean it's not going to work out. And, giving up. There was this quote that I read once that said, and I'm just going to paraphrase because I don't remember it exactly, but it said that giving up when you get a setback is like slashing three of your tires, no, slashing your other three tires when you have a flat or something like that. Like, it's basically talking about how if you give up when you just have one setback, it's basically just like destroying your car, or that's not what it means. But anyway, it's just talking about how if you give up every time you have a setback, then you're never going to move forward. And so I had to have a conversation with myself and basically tell myself that, we're going to get through this, but I also don't have time to get upset. And also, if I get upset, then I'm going to get depressed, and then I'm going to spiral, and then I'm just going to completely give up and just convince myself that I can't do it. So I can't do that. So I have to get the ball rolling, and I have to keep going, and I have to do what I actually want to do and actually do it. I can't say that I'm going to do something and then not do it. So I'm trying to get the ball rolling, and, I'm trying to get the surgery thing rolling and the moving in with my boyfriend, because we are 4 years, almost 5 years in September, and I think it's time for us to live together, and I want to see him every day, and I miss him all the time. So I'm really looking forward to that. But yeah, so that's what's currently going on. And sorry that I'm rambling and that I'm kind of ranting. It's just like all this stress and anxiety built up, and it's like I'm so independent, and so like severely independent, to the point where I don't like asking people for help. I hate asking people for help. Like, I don't like asking people for rides. I don't like asking people for help in any situation. I don't. And so it's very hard for me to ask people for help. And so I'm trying to learn to let people help me in this situation. But it's really hard for me to let them, and I don't like to complain about things because I feel like it's my problem and not anybody else's. But at the same time, people care about me, and in a way it is their problem because they care about me, and it irritates people when I don't let them help me. So, I just have to learn to let people help me, and to try to, because being independent is good, being self-sufficient is good, but at the same time, it is okay to rely on other people. And I guess that scares me because I feel like if I rely on someone else, there's a chance that they could screw me over, and then I'll just be a shit out of luck, and I'll be fucked over. And so it's really hard for me to do that. So that's probably why I'm so stressed, and then I rant so much, is because, like, I don't talk about it enough. I don't talk about how stressed I am enough. I don't talk about how depressed I am enough. And I definitely don't talk about how scared I am to get this surgery. I don't talk about that at all. And maybe that's something that I should talk about more, because maybe I wouldn't be as imbalanced if I did. So I don't know. Maybe I'll make a video about it. Maybe I'll just make an off-shot video and not think about what I'm saying and just talk, and maybe that'll help. Or I don't know, talk to my boyfriend or my parents or something, and just kind of let it all out and deal with it. Because when I talk about all those things now, it makes my heart race a little bit. So that's something I'm going to have to work through. But yeah, that's what's currently happening with me right now. And yeah, so, and I guess this is kind of like a video journal where I get to talk about everything and stuff. But I've noticed a lot of people like these videos for some reason, talking about my thyroid and what's going on with it, and following me through this slight journey of having to deal with it. And I don't know. I will be making a video when I find out if I will get financial assistance, if I will or won't. And in that video, I'll probably talk about my surgery and when I'm going to schedule it and stuff like that. So there will be more of these updates in the future. And I don't know, maybe I'll make a video the day of the surgery. Maybe I'll make a video the day after. I don't know. It depends on how I feel or what I decide or how freaked out I am. But yeah, so this is definitely not the last update, but I think it's close to the end, but I do think that there's a few others or a couple others before we get there. And it kind of sucks because it's like I have something to actually talk about in videos instead of just random shit. And once this is all over and done with, I don't know what I'm going to talk about. So, part of me is kind of sad that I'm not going to have something to talk about. But at the same time, I just want it fucking over with. I just want to be done. I don't want to deal with this anymore. So I look forward to that. But yeah, so that was my little thyroid drama update number 3, I guess. And thank you for joining me in this video. If you liked it for some reason, give it a thumbs up. And if you want to stay tuned in my little thyroid drama journey and want to keep getting updated, then hit that subscribe button and you can follow me through it. And yeah, and I hope that everybody's having a beautiful day or night or wherever they're at. And I hope that you all have a wonderful day and a beautiful night. And this is Kat signing off. Bye.